March. So for March, we got the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel you could be spending a lot of time with family. March is the beginning. March starts an Aries season and does enter into Taurus season. So we are getting close to your birthday season here. And I feel with the 10 of Pentacles, there could be a lot of connection with family. But at the same time, I'm getting like isolation. So maybe you feel isolated from the family, from a group, which is interesting to get from the 10 of Pentacles, because that's really not, maybe if it was in reverse, but that's just what I'm getting in this reading. At the same time, there's a lot of abundance here, because the 10 of Pentacles is all about abundance. It is all about wealth and prosperity and having it all. It could even be legacies and inheritance and things like that. So maybe you're gonna be thinking about your legacy in March, what you plan on leaving behind for your children or for your future children, or even if you have a business, like who would you leave your business behind to? What kind of legacy do you want? What do you want to be known for in business, or within home and stuff? And so if you are more isolated from the family, I think it's just an opportunity for you to really evaluate your position within the family, your views on family. There could even, maybe there's stuff that comes up, like old traumas that come up that are related to family, and you're having to deal with them. You could take solace and companionship with animals and pets. So maybe I have been getting pets a lot. Like, what did I get in February? That could, like, your dog could be having puppies if you have a pregnant dog. So yeah, and here we have 2 white dogs, and so maybe you're just going to be really a lot closer to animals, or maybe you're going to spend more time with animals, or animals are going to start coming up to you, like maybe a bird. Maybe you're sitting at a park and a bird just pulls up and lands on your shoulder or something, like, so that just tells me if I were you, I would connect with animals in March, or even a spirit animal. Look into spirit animals, meditate, and find out what your spirit animal is. And then when it comes to spirit animals, or even like dream interpretation, it is helpful to read what people say online of what they represent and mean, but you do want to go with what they represent and mean to you, even if it's in just that moment. So, like they say owls are like all-seeing and all-knowing and whatnot, but maybe owl doesn't signify that in your life. Maybe it's something else. So just have discernment when you do research interpretations of anything, especially animals, because everyone perceives animals differently. Some people fear snakes and some people love snakes. So a snake can signify something evil and not pure, or a snake could signify the Kundalini energy and your chi and all that. And so it's just your own perception. Also, I would say March is a good month for finances and savings, pleasures, connecting to music, things like that. If you don't have a will, maybe it would be a good time to create a will, okay? Because this is about legacies and what you're going to leave behind. So even if you're like 20, like even if you're super young, I would even start considering it. Even if it's not a legal will, maybe you could just start writing things down. And even if it's not something serious, it could just give you insight into what you believe and what you would want, So, and I think it's just important to have a plan anyways. Do you want to be cremated when you go? Do you want to be buried? Those sorts of things, or something else entirely. And so it is good to think about that in your life at least once, so you have an idea, and then put that somewhere so people, if anything were to happen, because you never know what could happen, and I'm not trying to get dark here, but if anything were to happen, you're prepared. So that could be another message, is to be prepared for the inevitable. Be prepared for not even just so much the inevitable, but for your own fate, whatever that may be, not just death, but just the fate you're going to have in this life, the people you're meant to meet, you know, the jobs you're meant to have, and all that stuff. And so, yeah, this would just be a good month to really. And so I could see why there's a cut off from family. You know, you need to isolate a bit and go within and make plans. And so maybe you're not going to have time for family. So it's nothing negative, like the family is rejecting you or whatever. It's just, this is the energy that we're getting, that you need to focus on your position overall. All right, so that's what we got for March.